Hello, and welcome to episode 56 of Thinking Outside the Pod. I'm Jimmy, and I'm joined by...
Fisher.
Patrick. And Patrick. Oh man, 56.
One more than 55.
Yeah.
Here.
It's a lot more than 55.
I think we've been doing this for a while now, and I think there's like some kind of conspiracy going on. Every time there's another episode, it's like one more than the previous.
What?
Oh my god!
No! What is this?
I mean, it's like some sort of symbol, like a letter, but that's used to count different,
like some sort of line thing or something like that. That's kind of crossing each other or something.
I've been diagramming it on my wall with string, and it's just one long string that's like 55,
Whoa,
56.
long string.
Yeah, one long piece of red yarn that's going like 0, 1, 2, 3, just connecting.
What?
Connecting. So.
Oh my god!
I think I'm getting pretty close to some.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Very close to figuring out how to travel the speed of light.
Something
on accident.
Something publishable is going to be coming out of this study for sure.
Oh man.
But yeah, episode 56. We made it, guys. I know a lot of people said we could never make it to 56.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I guess. Sorry, that was me.
It was mainly us.
I didn't think it was going to last this long.
Looking at the mirror, just yelling, "You'll never make it to 56."
Suck. I hate you.
What is wrong with you guys?
56 episodes. What are you, crazy? But no. So how have y'all been this last week? It's spring now.
I think I'm getting sick.
It's getting warmer.
Yeah, it is getting warmer. I don't like it. That's the worst
What?
part.
Oh, it's nice outside. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, it isn't. It's all right outside, but it's too hot in my opinion.
Really? It's not too hot. Yeah,
it's
not. This is perfect weather right now. This is the best time of the year.
In the mornings, it's okay when it's still kind of night cold.
When it's still like 50.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no way! This is nice. 80 is perfect. 70 to 80 is
I love the 80s.
Did you watch that on VH1?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was born in the 80s, technically.
I love the 90s.
I was born in the 80s, but couldn't do much in the 80s.
Couldn't, yeah. I was 89, and then...
Really?
Yeah.
You suck. What year were you?
88.
Wow.
You?
That's 79.
Oh, nice. So you were born in the 70s. Why don't you love the 70s?
I do love the 70s.
Oh, right. More than the 80s?
Yeah, because that's the year I was hatched.
Yeah, exactly.
But I grew up in the 80s. So like late 80s.
I grew a little bit.
I was like 10 years old in 89, so like I got to see all
that. It's a conspiracy again. It popped up again.
Man, these numbers.
What is it? There's a thing.
Like
there's a thing that we call it.
Like that Jim Carrey movie, the number 23.
23. There
23, or number 23, or is it just 23? Ours would just be numbers.
Numbers.
They're everywhere.
Oh no.
Everywhere we just keep seeing numbers. The series of 10 numbers, 0 through 9, show up in all these different combinations everywhere you look. And we talk to scientists, and they're just like, "Are you an idiot? What?
I don't know. Am I? I'm confused."
That's crazy.
Yep, Tide Pod style.
Yeah. Wait for it this summer. Numbers. By Top Pod. A Top Pod production.
Oh, jeez.
We should make a show like that where we don't use any numbers. Like at all, like a story about Fisher not using numbers at all. Like he goes to the store and they like give him a price and he just like throws some money, or like his card.
Yeah, I guess that'd be what
I
you
give
do.
you this dollar.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
what
what
was
it
it. A guy. That dude used to work here. Ted. Did y'all know Ted?
Producer, promotions. Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
He had this thing saying. We talked about it a couple times. What was it?
Here on the podcast? Or
No. I just in general, I spoke to him about this a couple times about doing a short film about somebody walking around, going about their business throughout one day, like a little documentary about somebody going through their business one day without looking or talking to anybody, like interacting with everything they do strictly through their cell phone. So it's like you go to the store, when you go to pay, you wouldn't talk to the lady, you just put your phone over to like the Apple or Google Pay or something, yeah. Mm-hmm. Or use your bank statement, to pay. So to see if it was possible for somebody to like have no interaction with any person throughout the day, still be in society but like not interact with anyone.
Okay, I was like, I've done that on my days out.
I was gonna say,
You know what I mean?
I've Netflix binged the whole day away.
No, like you're actively out in society but like not talking or saying anything to anybody at all.
I mean, I guess it's possible.
Do you think you have enough apps on your phone to like not have to talk to anybody?
Well, here's my question: does like writing a text message out and showing it to somebody, does that count as communication? Because technically it is communicating. But I mean, does that? Are you talking just verbally?
Texting it to them, but not showing them. You know what I mean?
So you can only communicate. Well, no. Well, it depends on what you do in society. I mean, you can go shopping if you have like the Google Pay, but places don't really have that.
Do you think you could do like say the normal stuff you do every day, like wake up, go get a cup of coffee, maybe afterward go get some breakfast, maybe go do something like for a minute and get some lunch, and then go run another errand or two, and then go like to the grocery store and then have some dinner. Then make it back to your apartment.
Well, my question is, what level of communication are you talking about? Are we allowed to like point this stuff? I mean, because that's technically, because mute people do that all the time. So I mean, they point the stuff or write it out.
The whole background of the story is to see if this is possible to use your phone and all the apps that are on your phone to function in society without having to have interaction with anyone.
With everybody, no, because everybody doesn't have all those apps going all the time.
Like Google Wallet and Apple Pay isn't as universal right now, so you can't really.
But there are places. Of course, you're not going to go like to a mom and pop grocery store. You know what I mean?
No, it depends.
But
you would have to carefully plan out your day. I mean, could you, in theory? Yes, sure.
Does Walmart have it? Like that
sure.
big?
I don't know.
Like the biggest grocery store ever.
I know. Walgreens used to have the PayPal that you could use PayPal shop.
I think I've seen PayPal at places.
Could you? Probably, but you'd have to be, it depends on, you'd have to really plan it out. Like, could you just go about just a normal average day without communicating in any way like that? Probably not.
I think we should try to shoot that. Would y'all be down?
Maybe.
I don't know. I can go through a day without talking easily. I don't need to talk to the gas station person. Like, I don't need to
give them a hand of money. But
yeah,
it also depends. Getting food and stuff like that. I mean, if they have like a little menu on there, you could just point and say that one.
They have apps like Grubhub. You can order on there and then go and pick it up.
Well, you
don't have to talk to anybody. The only interaction you have is like them handing you your bag.
Yeah,
because here's also another question. Like, are we talking like completely no communication whatsoever? So can you not like acknowledge them and like nod?
The thing is to go with as little as possible throughout the day, not to cut it out altogether, because like you said, of course there are going to be some times where you'll have to say something, like, do you want ketchup? You can probably nod like no, or say no, so that's that'll.
Well, if we do that, then I've already done that pretty much quite often. So I've already successfully done that.
But the thing is to use the apps on your phone.
I don't think
to use the things that you have on your phone to be able to
so
go
on
out and do your stuff.
Like what apps? Like there's like the
banking
pay,
apps,
the
like
pay apps,
food apps, like pay apps.
Those things, but
like just you everyday things you would do. Go to the.
Some places, yes. It depends on how sophisticated the store is.
To be able to make your purchases, to be able to place orders for your stuff. It's just like to help you go out throughout your day.
So if you shop at like Best Buy, they have like you go to their website or whatever, and you can order online and have it shipped to the store. If you have a store that has that capabilities, then you can totally just do it with just your cell phone, and then you already paid. You just take your card, your ID, or whatever, and then you pick it up. And then you don't have to really communicate with people at the store. I do that all the time. Like with food, certain places have where you can order online and then you just pick up.
I like
when
delivery.
You get there. Well, but delivery, you have the person that I guess
you got to pay like $2 more delivery charge.
Yeah, so it's like depending on
but you don't have to pay. You don't have to talk to the person in that case. You get what I'm saying? Because if they take it to your residence, they already know where you are, so you can just give them give them the money, give them a little tip, and then take the food.
Yeah.
Not saying anything. If you go to pick it up, you still have to give them your name that you placed the order with.
People. There are people that can't talk, like physically can't talk, and they live fine. Like I'm sure there's troubles, like all disabilities and things like that. There's issues, but people do it all the time. I don't.
Well, I guess the idea is we want to try to use apps. So, yes,
it's
apps.
Like the way they're saying, like nowadays people pay too much attention to their phones. That they, like when you go out with people and you're talking to somebody. I've done it too when we're doing the podcast. We're talking. I'm just like checking email or Facebook or something.
We have noticed, yes.
So it's like the whole thing is everybody's saying that people spend way too much time on their phones. So I wanted to see, and that's what I had the discussion with Ted about was, is it possible to go throughout your day in society without actually being a part of society by doing everything you needed to through your phone and being like you're banking, you're feeding yourself, your banking, your way to work, your maybe your transportation, stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's possible. I think these days, all businesses are going that way anyway, where they think of you just as a
Convenience
phone
or whatever.
So I don't think that's
a face in the screen.
Pretty much.
But I don't subscribe to that theory that we're spending way too much time on the phone. It's just the way society is now.
No, I do think we are. I mean, I definitely think technology is slowly becoming more and more,
I think so
part
too,
of our
but-
lives. It's basically, this is like now an extra appendage. I mean, because how many people don't have phones? I mean,
I don't see it as a problem though.
Well, yeah.
It's not a problem, because honestly, like back when I was growing up, in high school, nobody had cell phones yet. Maybe about
because they're about the size of your head.
like
though.
because about maybe 2000, 2002, 2003, I guess is when they really took off, and that's when everybody got them. So I got a cell phone way out of high school, after high school. So I mean, to see the way people are on them nowadays is kind of really strange to me, because like when they first came out, they were like not for everybody. You had to have some cash to be able to get you a cell phone and use it, especially like a little nice one.
Well, I mean, that's with any technology.
Yeah.
And that was like no cameras, the shitty internet that they used to have, like what is it, 2G, 1G internet,
Whatever
that
it was, yeah.
all pixelated and crappy, bad pictures. So
It took forever to load
I
and
went
stuff.
through all of that, So
Yeah.
like to nowadays to have this stuff, I'm like, wow, this is like it's like it really is just like a little computer in your hands, in your
Well,
pocket.
it is. It literally is a computer.
But yeah, like everyone says,
But
like
there's no way to be bored nowadays. Like back then, you could get bored and you have to go out and find something to do, But nowadays, it's just like that's it.
you can do something, play games or whatever. But I think it's good. There's this quote that Zay Frank is a online comedian guy, and he has this quote where it's like, I'm tired of hearing people saying that people on their phones aren't living their life. It's like, no, their life's being lived in the
Through
phone.
their phone.
In the phone. They're way more connected than any of the generations have ever been. So
Yeah, but the other generations were more inclined to get out of their house while they were bored and maybe take a trip to somewhere. Go do something.
what's the point of
Find
that,
the
though?
cure to AIDS. Cure cancer
No,
instead of
gamer-
playing Farmville or freaking Zombie versus Plants.
gamers have helped
know?
more on medicine than people. Like they sequence the
Well,
whole
that's what I'm saying.
genetic code that through a video game.
Bunch of PlayStation 3s together. And yeah, they've made all sorts of like. They
So-
just hooked up a bunch of PlayStations and stuff, and they've done like I
Well,
think part of military
that
databases run off of like a bunch of Xboxes or something like
well,
that. I mean,
yeah,
there's all sorts of crazy
that,
stuff.
but also some facility sent out a game, and I don't remember exactly what they did, but it was finding different combinations of a certain molecule
I
for
think it was-
some disease, and
yeah.
it was like a game, and gamers figured it out in like I don't know, not a lot of time.
They figured it out was the bottom
Yeah,
line.
yeah, and-
the bottom line.
Yeah, exactly, and so it's just
So why don't we make
the way
a
society is now.
cure cancer game and give that to gamers and let them figure it out?
I'm sure there would be some strides. I don't know if because you have to make it so like something so it's not that complex, but just like hive mining it.
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
hive mind can
Well, I mean,
solve
yeah,
small things.
For real, if there's one thing people that play video games are, it's not ready to quit, not ready to give up when they hit a fucking challenge in the video game. Of course,
There's-
you get to that point, it's like, all right, I'm going to beat this thing. So I will call into work for 3 days. I will miss school for 3 days.
The people that want
Beat video
100
games.
achievements and they aren't going to stop until they get all those 100 achievements. And if one of them's like cure cancer, they're going to find a way
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
to get the cure cancer.
So all we got to
badge.
do is know how to ask the question and who
Yeah.
to ask.
and develop it right and
Yeah, hell yes.
things like that. It's possible.
We're making a difference, folks.
But
on
yeah,
Top
so
Talk
I,
today.
I don't like that older people keep saying that. It's
I
like,
think-
get
I
off
think-
your phones and live your life. It's like,
I
no,
think-
I'm living my life.
I think
through it.
it just disconnects people from each other, man. That's what I think, and I think that's
Well, it depends.
Interpersonally,
that's a
depends.
bad thing.
Like face-to-face communication, I will agree with that. But the thing is also like like I have friends up in Austin and stuff like that, and I have friends like like I
You
can
have
keep.
no friends, Fisher. Come on now.
Hey, I have a few, but it's one of those of you can communicate with you could like like
Stay
old
connected,
days.
yeah.
Like back in the old day, like if you wanted to play video games with each other, you had to have
Take
your
the game
console.
to
You had to
the
go.
other person's
You had to
house.
physically go to their house. Where now you hop, you have your computer, they have their computer. You just play on the internet, and you go on Skype or something like that.
Xbox Live or PlayStation.
Yeah, and then there you go. And now you can play. You know,
That is
with
pretty
each
cool.
other.
And you
Like
can-
now,
so-
I wish I had that back in my time.
So so in one way, yes, we are more connected, but you know, like we can communicate more efficiently with people, but also, yeah, like you said, definitely the face to face, you know, communication that has definitely gone way down.
Yeah, which is fine
And
for
there's
us
downfalls to it.
introverts.
And
with-
there's
like me,
downfalls for
introverted.
like what is it that catfish show on MTV? You know, people take advantage of that, and, like not being able to.
Well, yeah, with
You know
with,
what I mean?
with all new
What was
new
it like
types
that,
of
that
communication.
Tinder freaking nightmare that I had, where Jimmy was telling me they're taking the Facebook?
No, you were
the MySpace.
you were scanned like with MySpace angles.
I was
where
telling
they
you, I was
where
like,
they take
oh,
the
what?
angles so they can make
Yeah,
make
so
them look different.
Oh my god, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, that there was that was like the beginning of the internet or my internet.
Oh.
So
Yeah, so I mean, you know, there's bad things that happen online. That's all
Well,
I'm
of
gonna say.
course,
there's
Oh,
bad
yeah.
thing that happens in life too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Way worse, I think. Way worse.
Well, I guess you'd rather
Atrocities.
give internet rape to them.
Do you,
Well,
do you think? No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
What? Say it.
Well, I'll say it differently. Like all the like genocidal atrocities that happened probably wouldn't have happened if the internet was around. That's all I'm saying.
Like what?
Anything. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but I would assume
maybe.
I would assume things would have been different. Like hashtag Hitler's
therapist.
You know,
Hitler's in Poland. Like that would have gone
Hashtag-
trending, and then
Hashtag Jimmy the therapist. Jimmy therapist.
the rapist.
Hashtag Jimmy therapist.
but I don't know.
That's a hard thing to say. 'Cause-
Obviously, you get
Yeah.
but it's like the Egyptian rebellions and stuff that happened. I'm not
Egyptian
I
rebellions.
don't remember
Well,
like
but
the
we
voting
still have
stuff.
war. It's not like since the internet came around, war just disappeared.
It-
So I mean,
yeah.
I don't. You know, that's a.
We should make an internet game called what was that movie back in the day with Matthew Broderick? War Games.
War Games.
We should make a War Games
Where
game online that the
where
countries
they,
can play
where
against
they
each
play
other.
tic-tac-toe. Well, that was
Whoever wins gets the final say.
that shows you another way that Star Trek was way ahead of its time. They had two planets and they were waging a war through computers, a simulated war.
We do that now.
Yeah,
That's
well,
all the time happening.
Yeah, and they were. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but they actually killed people or something. So that's kind of out there. But
You can do that now.
but like they would.
Fisher, quiet down, buddy.
I guess
saying,
Don't
I
say
mean,
that
it's
kind of shit out loud. You can do that now.
You
He's
can find
talking
it on
about
the
killing
internet.
people now. He's talking about killing people. Yo, you can do that now.
Yeah, and
No, there's videos on YouTube about it. You can
I
totally
know.
just
About
break
video-
stuff
How
on the
to kill
internet.
people.
video games to
You
kill
turn
people.
off the water systems and stuff like that. You just hack.
Oh.
You hack utilities and stuff like that. And there you go. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, but
Traffic
I
lights?
hope you never do
well,
anything
I mean
wrong.
that was the plot of that Die Hard movie, that the fourth one or the
With
third.
vengeance never dies. Kill
It's
everyone.
Live Free or Die Hard.
Yeah.
It was
Samuel
about
Jackson one.
No,
Right?
no, I think that was 3 or 2 or something.
No,
No,
it
it
wasn't
was
two.
the one with Justin Long. It was
Who the fuck's Justin Long?
the guy that's I'm a Mac.
I'm a Mac.
Like
Oh,
the,
yeah.
I'm a Mac, Justin Long guy.
I'm a Mac. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Hey,
that guy.
that's
It worked.
and Bruce Willis, and there's this hacker guy that's turning off the electricity and shutting off water and making thing. He did it so he can hack this. I don't know.
I don't remember.
This,
the movie.
this certain secret server or whatever it was, but it was 2 planets and they were waging war through the simulation, and they would just agree to
Sacrifice
whoever-
these people.
yes, but whoever would win that simulation would win, and I don't remember the whole story of it, but that existed.
That
So,
sounds pretty
I'm
stupid.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about society. It's getting on my level now. Like my introverted level. I'm fine without the interpersonal.
I know it's like the whole nerd syndrome you saw in like old movies and stuff. It's not, you know, like everybody is starting to become nerds.
Yeah,
you know?
no.
Sure, a little bit.
Well, then just give me more people to make fun of.
It's just one guy in the whole world is a nerd.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
like, you
sorry.
nerds, you nerds.
I'm sorry, but
Everybody
yes.
just looks at him. It's like, all right, jerk.
Yeah, but they don't talk. They just text. Like they just
Yes.
they're in a chat room.
It's like the most trending thing ever. It's like, this one guy's a jerk. The one not nerd.
Well, we figured it out the other day. Taco was like, "Why do you? What did he say? He's like, you're kind of like a bully, and I was like, what? I was like, wait a minute.
While you're giving him a wedgie, and he's like,
Yeah,
you know what?
like-
You're kind of a bully, and you're like,
So,
shut up.
I was giving him a hard time about something. He deserved it though. And then,
Yeah.
like Izzy kept dropping stuff when he drops. I gotta be like,
Yeah.
so you know,
Yeah.
I just messed with everybody that day, and
I sometimes feel like I'm being a bully to people.
yeah, I can't
Like
be.
it's just like making fun of them, but like it's like obviously I don't.
Bud Light.
Huh?
Did you say Bud Light?
No, like I make fun of them, but I'm not like trying to be mean. I just
Sure.
found a place for like a little joke, and
No, I mean that's how I always was with my friends. I wouldn't really talk too much, but man, that one time where I could just like out of nowhere punch you in the gut.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, where did that come
Yeah,
from? Like,
they-
yeah,
that's
I saw the perfect timing for it. I mean, it was always those random zingers that just came out of nowhere.
that's
What do
I
you think of this thing, Jimmy? We were
Oh,
talking about this
yeah.
the other day, huh?
Yeah, it's not on Meerkat.
It's not
Have you heard
on
of that
Android.
app? It's a streaming video thing. So it's an app on iPhones right now. I
Okay.
haven't seen it on Android, but you get it, and it's connected through Twitter or whatever, or it's through the app, but you can link it to Twitter,
Okay.
and it's just you can stream whatever your camera phone is seeing.
Oh, that sounds scarier than hell.
Yeah, so
So all of a sudden your phone just starts streaming on its own. You're like, great, all right, thank you,
yeah,
internet.
yeah. Well, I mean, if it gets hacked, or glitch or whatever, but like the weather guy this morning did it on the show, so he had like a behind the scenes of what's happening in the show, and he just
Jay Beezy.
so it was just playing, and then you could see everything. So technically, like if we had one of our phones over there, we could be streaming this,
Yeah.
even though we could be doing that anyway.
It's connected to Twitter. Like it's integrated to Twitter. There's the other one that came out. I was trying to
Yeah, I
tell
saw
you.
that Periscope.
It's called
or-
Periscope too. Yeah.
Which it's the same kind of. I
yeah.
remember I've seen both, but yeah, it's just an app for streaming.
Okay.
But so
They're integrated to Twitter, so once you do start going onto this, it sends a tweet to your Twitter thing saying, "Hey, come
hey,
watch
we're doing
this."
the live stream.
So you click on there and you go, and it opens up the app, or you go in your browser, I'm assuming, and you get to watch what's going on there.
Well, that's like how
I mean,
how high quality does it do? I mean,
Well, the what I saw on the desktop coming from his phone looked like it was squished and stretched.
I was
a
gonna
lot.
say because I couldn't imagine it doing.
Plus, you couldn't
Not
turn
great.
it. You couldn't turn it long ways. It was like the Instagram or
Had a
Vine
vertical
video.
video.
Yeah,
Oh.
like
but
Vine.
I mean, we technically can do it right now. Like if we had,
Well, there is
like,
technology that's
like
for streaming.
YouTube streaming, and
Yeah.
Twitch
you
streaming.
stream, live stream.
We can throw my tablet up right there and be streaming this right
Google
now.
Hangouts.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
exactly.
there's
YouTube.
technically technology where you can hook up a camera to.
Yeah.
Well, basically a bunch of cell phone
YouTube.
cards and.
You stream.
I mean, but that's
Live
using a
stream.
computer. I'm talking about physically having like a camera, like like your phone or something like that. There's stuff where you can broadcast from your phone and stuff, but it's
Yes.
an expensive backpack with a bunch of cell phone cards, yada yada yada. Big pain in the butt, but
Mhm.
Did you say big pay in the butt?
big pain in the butt.
Pain in the
Yes.
Yeah,
Pain in
well,
the butt, you
I
guys
think it's
are gross.
kind of cool that it exists, but it's
We'll see. It,
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's an interesting idea. I think, quite honestly, using your phone's camera for streaming is kind of frightening. Because
yeah.
Instantly stream live video to your Twitter followers. Create a live conversation that takes place on Twitter.
Yeah.
Discover trending users and events around the world.
So it's just one step easier for people that do that kind of stuff on their phone, like do videos,
Well,
like
because
long videos and stuff.
That a Snapchat thing, I think that's just where the whole idea came from, because on Snapchat, it started off as just taking pictures and posting everything, but then you can start doing videos. Now, a lot of people started doing those real short videos. Real short videos just on Snapchat. And this is like, and what happens like...
In Snapchat videos, it just goes out to all your followers.
Uh-huh.
They all, I don't have Snapchat, but you get like a notification or something that
This
they
is
just
a lot-
posted a video.
If this is integrated with Twitter and goes to Twitter, Twitter reaches a lot more people, I figure, than Snapchat does. But
Yeah.
at the same time, on Snapchat, you have like these videos, like, they'll start videoing something, the thing will end, and then you'll see it start again, like a few minutes later. So they're trying to, show you what the fuck they're doing when they're at events like that. So this is kind of really cool, because you can, like, show them,
live
as
stream.
long as you want to, and then put it away. All right, you guys want to go?
Live stream a party that you're at, and you can get tweets and actually with,
Well, yeah,
with
like-
some delay and
Just like this one that they have here. They got a view, like, I'm guessing red inside of a basket and a hot air balloon, and they're just showing you around.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a few minutes, it's like, yeah, this is me reporting live, or I'm out. I'm gonna go have a good time because I'm not an introvert and sit in my room and waste all day doing nothing.
Waste all day. I get things
online.
I get way more things done.
I'm just busting y'all's balls, man.
Just that.
Being
Just
a bully.
People actually go out and do shit.
just that one jock.
What would you guys use Periscope for, or Meerkat? What would you guys first entry be? Would it be like you just sitting on your bed watching TV from right
No way,
behind your
but
shoulder?
no. What we gotta do is we gotta get the Oculus Rift, like the virtual headsets, and we strap our phone to somebody, and then
Tape
just
it.
watch their life through the headset.
live vicariously through them.
Tape it in front of your TV and play video games, so you got to watch your movements.
Well, people
do
do that.
Yeah,
they already do that, and they make money
That's
doing
what I'm
it.
asking you. What would you guys first, Periscope or Meerkat, live stream be?
I don't think I would do it.
If anything, it would be this podcast. I would set
I mean,
it up
that'd be
there.
about it,
That'd be
yeah.
about it that I would do.
Really?
Because I'm not much of a gamer right now, so I would do like a gaming thing, but I'd have to figure out a way to capture.
What's one thing you do every day that would be worth recording? Streaming live, not your shower either. That's what I would stream if I was. I'd stream my shower.
Nothing. I don't do
Well,
anything
yeah.
that I think I have like a low self-esteem.
Okay, so like your morning routine. Do you wake up, go eat breakfast, take a shower?
So like a regular day.
Yeah.
Like I wake up.
Uh-huh.
Like when I wake up really early now, and then I get ready, and then I go to work.
Is it still dark?
Yeah, it's 2:00. I wake up at,
Stumble
at
around
2
your
a.m.
clothes?
I wake up at 2 a.m. No, I'm kind of up. I try to get to sleep early, but like 8 or something.
So your cell phone Periscope opens up and it's Jimmy turning on the lights in his room.
Yeah, getting.
Oh, I can't see.
Like I'm just like sad that I have to do this, and then I get ready, all the stuff you normally get ready.
Pants, socks, shoes, make sure you got underwear, shirt.
Yeah, shower, shave.
Shower.
all that. Yeah, obviously, all that kind of stuff, and get dressed, make sure I have my backpack and all the stuff that I might need, and then drive to work, do work, then come home, maybe watch Netflix or some movie that I have, and then try to go to sleep.
So that's a nice stream day,
That's 90% of my days like that.
Nice.
Yeah, the rest are I just take out the work part and
Take out the work part.
put some more Netflix in there, and,
and extend the
sleep
Netflix.
longer. Yeah, that's my days.
Fisher,
and then Sundays I do this. So this
Yeah.
is like this is the highlight of my week.
This is the most streamable thing you've done.
Yeah, talking to 2 people and maybe 5 listeners.
All right.
You got listeners.
Thank you, friends.
Yeah, that's
You're our friends.
The highlight.
Well, so what about you, Fisher? What's your
More or less the
Meerkat
same.
moment?
I mean, there's I don't
Well, I
do
mean,
nothing.
you
I mean, I let
gaming. I mean,
other
you do more gaming.
playing
than me,
video
so-
games. I mean, would be
He
about
doesn't
it.
play, he watches a lot of it.
Well,
But I do that here because I
okay.
can't play. You know,
All right.
because it's one of those of if I'm not doing homework and stuff like that for school. I mean, then because unless programming, I mean, I guess that'd be kind of boring to
school,
watch me
yeah.
figure out how to code stuff. Yeah, just be sitting at my laptop typing away. That's probably pretty boring.
Just like one person watch, you're like, who's that one watcher?
Why are you watching me?
How boring is his life?
And you're like, oh crap, that's me. I'm watching myself.
No,
Whoops.
it's like your other student in the class is like copying you.
Oh, you jerks! How'd you find this?
But
I guess the most interesting thing would, I guess, be work on the weekends. Just, I mean, work gets a little bit crazy in
Yeah,
the control
I mean-
room. So, I mean, I guess that would be kind of interesting to stream that.
you get that always that idea. It's like my work should be a sitcom. Like like
geez.
all the stuff that happens.
Some
Like
of the
my
stuff that happens,
my
yeah.
last job at like an electronics store. I think, and there hasn't really been electronics reality show, but because obviously But 40-Year-Old Virgin, that movie, he
Yes.
worked at an electronics store, and it's kind of funny those scenes, seeing that side of the business, like behind the.
Oh, there's all sorts of crazy stuff that happen in those service jobs and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
so-
I mean, you get some weird people. And,
So you get those ideas, and like here, I think a reality show at a news station
Would be awesome.
would be kind of.
it'd be
Depending, I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of boring, and we'd have to like promise not to get fired for like what we say and stuff.
that could
because that's the biggest thing. You don't want to, because obviously there's a lot of like behind the back talking about other people, and you don't want that to come back and not from me. I love all my
about
I love all my coworkers. I'm sure
Sure.
there's back talk about me. Like, that guy's so great.
Uh-oh.
Why is he so great?
He's doing his work too efficiently. We
Yeah.
hate him.
He's making us look bad. He's too awesome.
No, I mean, every once in a while you get some strange coworkers. That definitely. I mean, that was always like when I was in Houston. That was one of the biggest jokes that we
A
had.
few months back, maybe there's this one weird dude named Brandon.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, big dude, weird dude, really weird coworker.
Jeez.
I didn't know about that guy at first.
And he could be. That's your meerkat.
It makes me laugh.
That'd be your meerkat. He
Jeez.
just stream.
Dude, you know
just
what?
walk
I
behind
think
it.
I would be a streaming fucking gold mine, dude.
What
Just
do you
like
do that's so interesting?
Everything. Anything.
what?
I don't like to be bored, man. Like my attention the deficit disorder. Yeah. That thing.
ADD. Yeah.
There you go. That shit. It pretty much like keeps my mind going at all times. Like I can just be sitting anywhere like making fun of shit just in my mind and like laughing to myself. And like
Yeah, but-
usually I don't say it out loud, but like every now and then I will.
Because it'd be weird. Like
Well, it is weird, but
I have weird thoughts
but it
too.
is funny. But it
I
is
have
funny.
weird thoughts too, and I don't
like,
say them
I'm
out
just-
loud
I'm just
or
gonna have, like-
tweet them or Facebook them
Like,
because they're
very,
dumb.
Very crazy like camera angles and like my thoughts on life and living. And then like when I meet
Selfies.
somebody to talk to, then I'll just like run over to someone.
Well, it's probably okay because if you see a lot of those like people that do vines and stuff, a lot of it's like dumb stuff, but it's kind of just random, so it's funny. So maybe you're onto something. I mean, it's kind of old
I think
now.
so.
It's kind of old now. You have to like murder people to be cool on Vine now.
Well, I don't want to be cool. I just want people to watch.
Well, that's what cool is. That's
No.
popular. I meant.
Well, all right. We'll have to murder people in funny ways. I'll come up with some ideas for next week and I'll try them out.
Oh no! Please don't.
Yes.
It's like, I'm not gonna be part of it.
Yeah.
Well, who else am I going to try it out on?
Kill us.
I don't know.
Dang it.
Find some of the random people you meet and say hi to. I guess.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, but my biggest complaint about that is like, I don't feel that I need to show people what I'm doing. Like none of it's that interesting. It's cool to me. I mean, I like going on Reddit and looking up like the funny videos of the day, and I just get lost on YouTube. I think that's interesting, but people don't need to watch me do that. That's dumb.
New level
Well,
of.
if that's
weirdness.
That's what you're doing. You just telling me that you're sitting there watching people do stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, but that you wouldn't want to actually do the stuff that they're watching.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
it would be. I would. Would I like to do what they're doing? Yes, but would I want somebody to watch me watching somebody else play video games? No, I'd probably be very weird and stupid.
Yeah.
That'd be would I like to play video games and have people watch me? Sure, I think that'd be fun. But would I want somebody to watch me watching somebody else play video games? No, that'd be kind of weird.
That is weird.
like streaming you watching the Cowboys. That's like just
Yes.
and don't show you can't show the football because you get sued, but it would just be you on a
guys looking
couch drinking beer and yelling and stuff.
Well, I'll do a play-by-play.
Like, yeah,
There we go.
I don't know if you could even do that. You
Yeah,
might-
you can.
you can probably do
maybe.
something, but like you have to be careful about what you say
Not
because
mention any of the team
yeah,
names.
you can't say
Team A ran for a 40-yard touchdown.
Yeah, stuff like that.
touchdown's actually trademarked. You can't say that.
Crap. All right, they ran for 40-yard 6-point gain.
Their the game total.
The hen egg just flew in the air. Just
Perfect.
make it up as we go along.
Yeah, but nah, I'm not into it. It's cool. It's cool because I mean, technically, people could have logged on and saw like the behind the scenes of a thing. But I'm not. I don't have that cool of a job, really, other than this podcasting thing, which is something that people would even want to watch, like moving cameras and hitting buttons and stuff.
I don't know. It depends.
I guess if people,
You can edit anything to make it interesting.
add Guile's theme to it.
So we will.
Yes.
That could probably be a video idea. We could make anything interesting with music, proper editing, and effects and stuff. You can make anything interesting.
I have one video that I made when I was living with my roommates. I guess a couple years now, where I made a pizza but it was one of the frozen pizzas, and you just throw it in like a toaster oven. And I did like dramatic angles, and I put like this really epic music on it, and it was just like, and I like take a pizza out of the box and put it in the thing, and
Yeah, you add a little bit of acting to it to make it a little bit more dramatic, but it's doable. Anything can be made.
Yeah,
Unboring.
And, like, just crash cuts.
You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And even when I did it, it's not me.
Actually, you don't even have to know what you're doing. You just throw some random stuff together and go, all right, well, it's at least more interesting than...
Yeah, just one camera setup of making a pizza.
Pizza.
But yeah, so yeah, I guess that's how our week has been.
Yay.
Anything in the news that people have seen? Any tech news or nerd news?
Well, not really any news, but the two events that I kind of saw this weekend, or this week, I suppose, was like Twitch Plays Pokemon. That's still going. They're still doing more of them.
Yeah, I think I went on the Wikipedia. I think technically this is like season 2,
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
season 2.
But they caught like they modded the game so that they were able to catch all 151 Pokemon, and they did that, and then they beat the game, and then they also modded in like in the original game. You're supposed to eventually at some time be able to battle Professor Oak, and they had code for like which Pokemon he'd have and stuff. And they found the code, and then they enabled it, so then they actually went and beat Professor Oak at the end too.
Yeah, and I think it took like 40 days.
Something like that.
40 days. 40 days for that. Is it still? It's probably not as popular as it was back then, is it? Or is it still?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't been seeing
always going to be popular.
As when it first popped up, I saw all sorts of news articles. Like like since then, this was the first article I've seen about Twitch Plays Pokemon in a while. Was that they said that they caught all the Pokemon and beat the modded game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
It definitely, looking at I saw the video of the last stream, it definitely looks a lot more sophisticated and stuff. Like they've got more graphics and stuff showing, okay, this is the order of the inputs, and this is who put in the inputs and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, they've updated
even with
look of it a while.
that first game, they updated it a bunch. So, now they've technically had, I don't remember how many different games, they played all the other different games or whatever. So, yeah, they've had a bunch of time to get it to look right. So that's good. I
think I'm trying to do like a fighting game. Have one stream do the left character and the other stream do the right character. That would be awesome. Yeah. See how long it takes to. Well, I mean, I guess you'd have to try to figure out how to turn the. Or I guess some games you can turn the matches to like infinite time or whatever. You'd have to do that, or it would never work. Yeah. You get 1 minute of where maybe they may just be going back and forth looking at each other. Yeah. And then you're like, all right.
Yeah.
But
well, I know they did fish play. Like they had
fish or whatever.
Yeah, two fish in a tank, and they cordoned they gridded the. I think we talked about this on the podcast, but they gridded the tank, and left or upper left is like A, upper middle is different buttons and directional pad and whatnot, and they had 2 fish in a tank playing a fighting game.
See, that seems like that'd be so boring because you're like, the fish just kind of like, sits there.
I mean, sometimes, it would swim around sometimes, or just, but so I'm sure they could do a stream version of that.
Sure, I mean, it'd be
the exact chat version.
It'd be the same thing as Twitch Plays Pokemon. You just apply the mechanics of that to a fighting game.
Player, yeah. No,
I mean, and I think that'd be pretty interesting. See which stream wins.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Put 2 streams together, then you'd have the massive arguments of stream A is better than stream B. Stream B sucks.
Stream B.
Copyright Top Pod. Don't take this.
But that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, I guess you're coding right now.
So, I'm getting there.
So
I don't know enough about coding to do that yet.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, you could probably do it in C, but I don't know enough about because that's internet stuff, and I don't know internet stuff yet.
Yeah, and you have to know probably the Twitch the Twitch interface pretty well. Yeah.
Well, I think actually I don't know. That might actually be the easier part because you just grab the input as it comes in, and then you just store it somewhere else. But that's you have to get it off of Twitch or whatever, and have it go someplace else.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that, and then also. They did. Have you guys heard of Hearthstone?
I've heard of it.
Blizzard's card game.
What Yeah, okay. So,
Nope. I've
so
never
it's a
heard
card
of
game.
nerds.
It's an online card game
Yeah.
that Blizzard guys who made like World of Warcraft, all that stuff they made. And basically it's because they used to have a physical card game, but I don't think it ever really took off. But they made a digital card game that was kind of similar from what I've heard to the old card game. And it's been doing fairly popular because, I mean, that was one of those ideas where before it came out, they did a lot of the streaming stuff, and that got a lot of hype for the game.
Yeah.
And then for me, I started playing the game when it finally came out, and I was like, I've seen enough streams. I'm like, okay, it's not as fun because I've already seen everything.
So is it kind of like Magic or something? Like you have monsters against other person's monsters?
Sort of.
I've never actually played Magic either. So is it like Pokemon? Like you have a Pokemon card of a thing battling another Pokemon?
Well, it's because... Let me see. I guess without showing a video, I'm trying to think how to explain this verbally. Like, the idea is each turn you get an extra, like, mana. So instead of having to play, like, a card to play more cards, it's like you automatically get one.
Okay.
So turn 1, if you have a card that costs 1 mana, you can play it.
Okay.
Turn 2, you can play 2. I mean, there's ways to increase the mana and stuff like that. But the idea is both players have 30 health. Unless you're playing like one of the NPC bosses, they can have like a ridiculous
the basic
amount of health.
version.
But the basic
30
version,
health.
player versus player, each one has 30.
And you just take turns either.
You put a monster down, or you play a spell, or you can have like traps and stuff like that, which
You take turns until both are the first one's at 0.
or
And
both. I mean, yeah, it could be
they
both.
draw.
But what they did this week was they were going for the world record for the longest Hearthstone turn.
Wow.
And it took them a while to set up, but once they got the ball rolling, it ended up being a 45-hour turn. So almost 2 days of this one
single
animation just going over, because it was something like, I think it went like each card went about
what?
Went about like 26,000
Answer,
times,
let's
and it
talk so
ran
many
9
about
times.
who is it?
Okay. Real quick.
Who was it?
Let me do a thing. I don't know. It just hung up. I don't think it was that number.
We'll call it back.
416.
We'll talk to them.
416-857. Remember that.
416-8517.
Can't you just call him back? I mean,
416-8. Yeah, it was him.
597.
do we want to finish up this episode?
Let's just finish this one up, and then we'll just reschedule.
Try to reschedule his.
Okay, I'll call him. Want me to call him back now?
I'd say
let's
or
just,
after. We're pretty
and
close.
We're back.
Okay, yeah. Well, okay.
let's just wrap this up, and then we'll.
Okay. Did you find some news things that you wanted to talk?
Let's try to make it quick if we're gonna do it.
I found
It's
like
5:19 right
I
now.
found like a couple different little games and stuff, but nothing
Do we just
really-
want to just wrap it real quick?
Okay.
And-
Yeah. I have a thing I wanted to
18
talk about.
unexpected benefits of being a loner. Let's read through those.
We got to make it real quick if we're gonna do
I
it.
don't like lists.
All right, never mind then. We're done.
Okay, but we'll wrap up because there's a thing that I want to talk about card games and stuff
Okay.
real quick. So we'll do that, and we'll just end it. Then we'll talk to him and see if we can reschedule it. Or do you want to just try the interview?
No,
I think we don't
wrap
have
it
enough
up.
time for the interview.
Okay.
I think we need to.
Okay.
Wrap it up, unless you want to record the interview after this episode.
No, we don't have enough time to record the episode now.
Okay.
Or a segment.
Yeah. Well, it's probably going to be a little time for that. So we probably don't. We don't have enough time for the interview. So we'll just reschedule it. That's fine. I'll call him afterward. Okay. So.
All right.
So I'm gonna do a thing real quick. It's like let's take a quick break, and we're back, and something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're recording.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, something came up. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
All right,
Okay.
go.
And we're back. All right.
Just
So.
easy.
we were talking about Hearthstone. That's what we were talking
so
about.
a
45-hour turn.
one card, and so they had to get all the right cards in their hand.
Like it was they had cards that increased the amount of times a spell would activate, and they ended up having one card that normally casts 3 times, cast like 26,000 times or something like that, and they had 9 of them. So
wow.
I mean, it just ended up lasting 2 days, and it just kept going and going and going. I mean, and they made this. They used another card that makes it so the other character doesn't die, and so it's one of those, because usually the turn is only supposed to last a set amount of time, but if an animation is running, it'll extend the amount of time.
Okay.
And so so that's why it went for 45 hours. Like, whether or not like it officially went on the servers, I don't know, because I think after a while it probably kind of disconnected the game, because it's like, well, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
You know, but both of the computers are still stuck on running the animation because that's what it's told to do.
It's pretty. I like card games. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of excessive, like pushing the boundaries of what can be done on a card game.
Yeah, I mean, they're testing it, and to be quite honest, I think, you know, I think Blizzard's probably going to patch that out, because I mean, that's something where, you know, when you're programming, you would never think of that. You would never think, oh, hey, they can totally do a turn for 2 days. You know, you wouldn't. But it's, during a normal game, there's no way in hell that ever happened. There's no way.
There had to be so much price set up.
Yeah.
And the circumstance had to be right. So yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there was one guy, he purposely kind of knew. You know, it sounded like he had some issues getting to that point, but eventually he got to that point, and and it just worked out.
Yeah, and I'm game developers. It's so hard to think of everything.
Everything.
Yeah, I mean, because you really can't. You think about like the most common stuff, and people will still try to find cracks. Like,
and people will find it. I mean, that's the thing. No matter what, if there's a glitch to be found, gamers will find it.
Yeah, exactly.
Heck, we've cured diseases and stuff. I think we can find a little hole in your programming.
Exactly. Have y'all ever tried to make a game or anything? Tried to make either like a video game or like a tabletop game or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
I've
Oh jeez.
bringing my nerdery back, but I've tried a couple times. Like video games, like in high school, middle school, we had this little cheapy Sprite program that you can kind of make games and like key map it and whatnot. So I mean those kind of things, but not really much. But like tabletop games, like there's a card game I tried to.
Feels ready.
Okay, all right. Do you want to just
Let's
take a quick break and then
take 2 breaks, or do you just want to quick wrap up real quick? We'll wrap up real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's just wrap up real quick. Okay, all right. So what was I saying? Okay.
You love
Talking
Fisher.
about board games.
Okay, yeah. So, all right, we'll just try to edit this right so we don't have to take a break here. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Yeah.
Hold on. Actually, let me stop it then, so I don't have to look for it and then start it again. Cool. Go.
So yeah, I've tried actually to make a couple games different, and it's kind of it's weird trying to think of everything that could happen. Like the only way to really know for sure is like testing it, like just playing it, and that's never really a point. I've got like a concept and like I figured out like some rules and stuff, but I never actually got past it just because
it's hard as fuck.
It is, yeah, it's difficult. Just and
as
also
one person.
Also the thing is like if I show this to people, will people just think I'm dumb and it's like why am I playing this crappy
the worst
game?
that I got into that was with Dungeons and Dragons. I wrote like 2 stories to like DM for because I thought it would be really cool, and they were really cool. But that's like I was immersed in it for like 2 or 3 weeks for about a month. I couldn't stop doing this.
Yeah, dungeon mastering is. I was not a good dungeon master,
but it came out pretty cool.
There's some people that really like it, like controlling everything, and I just like being on the other side and just like messing with his story.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about it. That's like the jerk Dungeons and Dragons player. So
yep.
But I think that's let's see, we're
That
going.
is a wrap.
Yeah,
That should be
pretty
I'm
good.
getting evil eyes from the talent over here.
But yeah, that's gonna be our episode, Thinking Outside the Pod, episode 56. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah, definitely love us. We need love to survive. But that's Thinking Outside the Pod. I'm Jimmy.
Patrick.
Fisher.
We'll see you next week.
Later. Thanks for watching our video, guys.
Before you leave, don't forget to rate and subscribe so you'll be informed for all of our future updates.
Make sure you visit our social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, or visit the website, thinkingoutsidethepod.com. All the links will be in the description below.